this excerpt from the book Before the Sale, I want to talk to you about being the best salesman you can possibly be, where you've mastered your craft, basically. They say that it takes about 10 years to master your craft, to be prolific at it and to be very good at it, to be an expert in your field. When the Beatles came to America, they were not an overnight success. They played for probably 5 to 10 years in every pub, every bar, every dive they could possibly get to. And then they came here and, we look at it as an overnight success. Well, that's not the way this works. Many people have failed more than they've succeeded and then became that master in that craft. I like to say, fail forward fast so you get it over with. Failure is not failure. People look at it in a depressing way, and I look at it like that's my college education. Every time I fail, I'm going to move up to that next ladder of success and learning curves. So let's talk about consumer credit. Credit's a big topic. There's lots of credit issues because of the economy and the real estate market tumbling over. But let's take consumer credit. Well, consumer credit, as we talked about in one of our segments, you want related businesses. So we have related businesses in our industry. But to be a master in the consumer credit industry, I will have to learn everything I can about my related businesses, as we discussed earlier. But to be the best salesman you can be, you need integrity, you need to be honest, you need to be extremely knowledgeable about your product or service. You want to be able to handle every single objection that comes your way. And how do you do that? Well, you spend the time to do it. I mean, if you go to the gym, do you not go 3 times a week or weekly? You go to the gym for your exterior. But you have a business that brings you a monetary value. You need to put that time in. You don't want to just make a sale. You want to make a client, a friend, somebody that's going to be with you forever and refer you. So you want to be able to give that person more. So how do we do that? Well, again, we have to learn what relates. So the consumer credit industry, we have loans, banks, mortgages, real estate. Let's just assume a client comes to me and they want a mortgage. Well, because I've been educated with my mortgage brokers, I understand the language and I'm going to understand what they need to be able to get to that mortgage, because I got educated in my perfect world of my perfect 10 referral partners. But to understand the industry of credit and be a master of consumer credit, I have to understand all the laws. I have to read everything available, because the client now, in these days, are more educated than the businesses that are offering their services and products and services to them. That's the real deal. Because of the internet, everybody's more educated. So you got to really be on top of your game. You don't want to be the other person. You want to be the person. You want to be the one that everybody goes to because they know you are an expert in your field. So you need to read everything that's available. If it's available to read, you can rest assured they read it. So you need to be extremely knowledgeable by gaining all that knowledge. When you go to college, how do you become a dentist? Well, you're going to be reading books. You're reading books. It's what you do with that education when you get out that makes you your money. So in this industry, I want to be better than the other consumer credit person or my competition, because I'm just going to keep adding value. Client comes to me, I'm not just going to look at how we can fix the credit or add credit to a file. We're going to talk about how we can surround them around a team of people that are going to get them to their goal. Understanding their goal, understanding what they need is the key. What's their why? Why are they here? Why are they coming to you? When you understand that, you can be a problem solver. It's all about the solutions and having the answers. So you got to be very honest. You have to have integrity. You have to have a strong enough why you're in business to begin with, and because the client's why is going to dictate everything. You need to have those answers. So educating yourself thoroughly in your field takes time. Don't expect it to happen overnight. Like I said earlier, statistics would say it takes 10 years to be an expert. Well, there's lots of shortcuts if you go to all the seminars, if you read all the books, if you read all the blogs in your industry. And I mean, you can't read them all, because the internet is is huge, it's infinity, but you can surely take a segment of time out of your day and educate yourself on your industry to be the best you can be. You can only be the best you can be, and that's what you need to do. So if you're not doing that right now, and you're in the car salesman or a furniture salesman, well, the more you know as a furniture salesman, the more you know about that sofa, and if it's built with a hardwood construction and doweled wood and springs and coils versus canvas straps. I mean, these are the things you want to know. You want to know the guts of what you're selling so you have all the answers. You want to know where the factory is, where the factory is located, how long they've been in business. Do your due diligence. You're not just selling that sofa on the floor. You're selling the history behind that sofa, the quality behind that sofa. And these are the things that are going to make you a better salesperson.